This is the top-tier murder method in Detective Conan. One day, Kogoro receives a threatening letter. Coincidentally, they are invited to a haunted house to investigate a case. The mansion is filled with various masks on display. At that moment, Conan accidentally finds a remote control. Curious, he presses the button and 200 masks suddenly appear. The grotesque smiles of the masks send chills down their spines. Just then, the mansion's owner appears. She introduces the masks as works by a Spanish sculptor, and she says the masks are cursed. It's rumored that every person who collects them dies a tragic, unexplained death. Even the sculptor took his own life after finishing the last mask, his body surrounded by masks stained with blood, looking as if the masks were drinking the blood of the corpse. Every night, the old lady orders the maids to lock the mask hall to prevent these white ghosts from coming to life. But even with these precautions, tragedy strikes once again. In the middle of the night, Conan is woken by the sound of a phone ringing. Realizing something is wrong, Kogoro tells Conan to have the maid open the door quickly. Ran rushes over, but it's too late. By the time the door is opened, the 200 masks have mysteriously disappeared. Suddenly, a strange sound comes from the old lady's room. When they rush to the room, the door is tightly locked. In a panic, Kogoro smashes the glass. To check the situation, Kogoro asks Conan to go in first. Unfortunately, the lady is already lifeless, with those eerie masks scattered around her. There's also a note on the floor. Everyone thinks this must be the curse of the masks, but the idea that the masks can kill someone seems absurd. However, the strange thing is that the door was locked from the inside. The room is a closed, locked space. The only opening is a narrow air vent, but its gap is less than 5 centimeters. Not even a hand can fit through, yet a mask can easily pass through it. What's even more terrifying is that the victim's blood is found on the mask. It's not just splattered on it, but it's around the mouth area of the mask. Not just one, but all the mask's mouths are stained with blood. It looks as though the masks have just drunk the blood of the victim. Could the curse of the masks really be true? Officer Megure suspects that the old lady opened the door herself and was then stabbed by the murderer, but she takes sleeping pills every night before going to bed, which complicates the investigation. It's clearly difficult to lock the door from the outside, since this type of complicated Nanjing lock can't be easily. The only thing they can confirm is that the murderer is still in the mansion, since the old lady's bedroom is on the 3rd floor, and the only way up is through the west room. At the time of the crime, the doors to the east and west wings of the mask hall were locked, which means the east and west rooms are not connected. Therefore, the murderer must be one of the people in the west room. The police call everyone in the mansion for questioning. First, they question the old lady's adopted son, Sho, whose mother was the old lady's assistant, but she had died 20 years ago after hitting someone with her car and committing suicide. Coincidentally, the person she hit and killed was Da Xiong's wife. However, Sho seems to have little motive, since he lived in the east room and only got up after hearing Conan's noise. Da Xiong also says he got up after hearing the commotion. The old lady's secretary, Jing Zhang, was notably absent at the time of the crime. She says she drank too much and was asleep the whole time. At this moment, the fortune teller, Dora, says the tarot cards indicate that the murderer must have blood on them.